Hello and welcome back to Better English Step by Step. This is the place where we slow everything down. We take one topic, one clear goal, and we walk through it together, comfortably and calmly. If you have been looking for a way to study English that doesn't feel like a race, you are in the right place. I am your host, Sarah, and I am here to help you build your confidence, not just your vocabulary.
And I am Mark. It is great to be here with you all. Today, we have a very special episode planned. It is actually inspired by some of the more advanced conversations happening on YouTube right now about technology, addiction, and how our habits are changing. You might have heard people talking about digital detoxes or how hard it is to put down our phones. These are big, complex topics.
Exactly, Mark. And while it is great to listen to those high-level discussions, sometimes you want to join the conversation yourself. You want to talk about your own life. You want to explain how your habits have changed. Maybe you want to say that you had a bad habit in the past, but you stopped. Or maybe you want to explain that a new situation feels strange to you.
The problem is, talking about habits in English can be surprisingly tricky. There are three little phrases that sound almost exactly the same, but they mean completely different things. If you mix them up, you might tell someone you are addicted to something when you actually meant to say you quit years ago.
That is a big difference. We are talking about the difference between I used to, I am used to, and I am getting used to. Three phrases, three different meanings, and three different grammar rules. By the end of this hour, we want you to feel completely relaxed using all of them. We are going to break them down, practice them with clear examples about technology and daily life, and do plenty of speaking practice.
So find a comfortable spot. Maybe you are commuting, maybe you are washing the dishes, or maybe you are just relaxing on the sofa. Take a deep breath. Let's clear your mind. We're going to start with the first pattern, which is all about the past. Sarah, start us off.
Let's look at the first phrase, used to. This is the phrase we use when we talk about a past habit or a past state that is finished. It is over. It does not happen anymore. This is really important. If you say, I used to do something, you are telling the listener that you do not do it now.
Right. It's a bridge to the past that has been burned. You can't go back. For example, think about technology. 10 years ago, I had a very different relationship with my phone. I could say, I used to call people on the phone.
That is a great example. You used to call people. That implies that now you probably text or use messaging apps instead. The calling habit is in the past. The structure here is very simple, but we need to be careful with it. It is the subject plus the phrase used to plus the base form of the verb. Mark, can you give us the formula again?
Subject plus used to plus the base verb. So, I used to call, I used to play, I used to sleep. Notice that the verb after used to is the simple base form. We do not say I used to calling, and we do not say I used to called. It is always just the base verb.
Let's practice the pronunciation of this phrase, used to. When we see it written down, it looks like the verb use with a D on the end, U-S-E-D. But when we speak naturally, we don't pronounce it like used. We don't say I used to go. The S sound becomes soft, like a snake, S, and the D almost disappears into the word to. Listen closely. Used to, used to. It sounds a bit like juice to.
That is a good tip. Think of the word juice. Used to. I used to go. I used to smoke. I used to work there. It flows together as one sound unit. Let's try to practice this with some examples about technology and habits. I'll say a sentence and I want you to repeat it after me. I'll leave a short pause for you. Are you ready? Here's the first one. I used to check my email every 5 minutes.
Go ahead and say it. I used to check my email every 5 minutes.
Good. Let's try another one. Imagine you deleted a social media app. You could say, I used to waste time on that app.
I used to waste time on that app. Did you hear how the T in waste connects to time? But let's focus on the used to. It implies the wasting of time is finished. You are free now.
Exactly. This structure is perfect for talking about how your life has improved. We often use it to contrast the past with the present. For example, I used to stay up late, but now I sleep early. This is a classic structure for the used to pattern.
Let's talk about the negative form for a moment, Mark, because sometimes we want to say that we didn't have a habit in the past. This is where a lot of students make a small spelling mistake, although it sounds the same when you speak.
Yes, the negative form is didn't used to.
Because we have the helping verb didn't, which is already in the past tense, we take the D off the word used. So in writing, it is use. I didn't used to. But honestly, when you are speaking, it sounds exactly the same as the positive form. I didn't used to like it. I used to like it. The pronunciation is almost identical.
That is true. So don't worry too much about the spelling unless you are writing an exam. Focus on the flow. I didn't used to. Let's practice a negative sentence. Imagine you are talking about podcasts. Maybe in the past you never listened to them. You can say, I didn't used to listen to podcasts.
Repeat that after me. I didn't used to listen to podcasts.
And now implies that you do listen to them. This is the magic of used to. It tells a whole story of change in just a few words. If you are enjoying this simple breakdown, please consider subscribing to the channel. We create these lessons to help you build these patterns slowly so you never have to rush your learning.
Let's dig a little deeper into the tech addiction theme from our anchor topic. When we talk about digital addiction, we are often talking about things we want to stop. Used to is your best friend here. It is the grammar of success. It is the grammar of overcoming a problem.
I love that, Mark. The grammar of success. Let's try a few sentences that show you have overcome a bad digital habit. I want you to really feel the relief when you say these sentences. Imagine you are free from the habit. Here's the first one. I used to sleep with my phone under my pillow.
That sounds uncomfortable. Try saying it. I used to sleep with my phone under my pillow.
Here's another one. I used to panic when the Wi-Fi stopped working.
I used to panic when the Wi-Fi stopped working. That is a very real feeling. I think we have all been there. But by saying used to, you are telling us that now you are calm, you are relaxed.
So just to recap this first section, used to plus the base verb. It's for past habits or states that are completely finished. Pronounce it softly, used to. It connects the past to the present by showing a change.
Now, we need to make a big shift. This is where the confusion usually starts. We are moving from the past into the present. We are moving from used to be used to.
This is the danger zone for many learners. The phrase be used to looks very similar, but the grammar is totally different, and the meaning is totally different. Mark, explain the meaning first.
When we say I am used to something, we are not talking about a past habit. We are talking about something that is familiar to us, something that is normal. It is not strange. It is not difficult. It is just part of your life.
Exactly. Think about the word used here as an adjective. It means accustomed or familiar. And because it is a description of how you feel right now, we need the verb to be. I am, you are, he is. I am used to it.
So if I say I am used to the noise, it means the noise doesn't bother me. Maybe I live in a busy city. At first, the noise was loud, but now I am used to it. It is normal.
Now, here is the grammar trap. Listen carefully. In the first section, we said used to plus the base verb. I used to go. But with be used to, we cannot use the base verb. We have to use a noun. Or if we use a verb, it must end in ing.
This is the most important rule of the day. You cannot say I am used to wake up early. That is incorrect. You must say I am used to waking up early. The to here is a preposition, like to London or to the store. So whatever comes after it must be a thing, a noun. And the noun form of a verb ends in ing.
Let's repeat that rule because it helps to hear it a few times. If you have the verb to be before used to, you must use ing on the following verb. I am used to working. She is used to studying. We are used to eating.
Let's bring this back to technology. Imagine you have a new phone. At first, it was confusing. But now, after 6 months, it is easy. It is normal. You can say, I am used to this phone. That uses a noun.
Or, using a verb, I am used to typing on this screen. Typing, with ing. Let's practice this distinction. I am going to give you a sentence that is wrong, and I want you to think of the correct version. Mark will help us. Here is the wrong sentence. I am used to check my emails every morning.
Did you hear the mistake? I am used to check. It feels clunky. The correct version should be, I am used to checking my emails every morning.
Try saying that. I am used to checking my emails every morning.
Let's try another one. Imagine you work in a busy office with lots of computers humming and phones ringing. Wrong sentence. I am used to...
How do we fix that? We need the ing. I am used to working in a noisy room.
I am used to working in a noisy room. This means the noise is not a problem for you. You have accepted it. It is your normal state.
This structure, be used to, is really useful for talking about how we adapt to the modern world. The anchor video discussed how we are all surrounded by screens. For many of us, screens are just normal now. We are used to them.
Let's practice some sentences about this new normal. I will read a sentence and I want you to shadow me. Shadowing means repeating it as soon as you can, trying to match my rhythm. I am used to having a computer in my pocket.
I am used to having a computer in my pocket.
She is used to ignoring notifications.
She is used to ignoring notifications. Notice the grammar there. Is plus used to plus ignoring. Perfect.
What about the negative? What if something is not normal for you? What if it is still strange?
Then we just make the verb to be negative. I am not used to. He is not used to. For example, maybe you hate reading on a screen. You prefer paper books. You can say, I am not used to reading on a tablet.
I am not used to reading on a tablet. It means it feels strange. It feels uncomfortable. Maybe your eyes hurt. You are not accustomed to it.
This is a great way to politely explain why you are struggling with something. If your boss gives you a new software program and you are slow, you don't have to say, I can't do it. You can just say, I am sorry. I am not used to using this program yet.
That is a powerful phrase. I am not used to using this program yet. It implies that you will get there eventually, but right now it is unfamiliar.
So we have used to for the past and be used to for the present state of familiarity. But Mark, life isn't always one or the other. Sometimes we are in the middle. We are in the process of changing.
That is right. And that brings us to our third and final phrase, get used to. This is the phrase of action. It is the phrase of transition. It describes the process of going from it is strange to it is normal.
Get used to. The grammar rules are the same as be used to. We need a noun or a verb with ing, but the meaning changes slightly. Be used to is a state, you are there. Get used to is a movement, you are going there.
Imagine you buy a new pair of glasses. The first day they feel heavy on your nose. You are not used to them. But you wear them every day. Slowly the feeling changes. You are getting used to them.
And eventually, after 2 weeks, you are used to them. See the timeline? Not used to, getting used to, am used to.
Let's apply this to our digital detox theme. Imagine you decide to stop checking your phone during dinner. The first night is really hard. Your hand wants to grab the phone. You feel anxious. You can tell your friend, I am trying to get used to not checking my phone.
I am trying to get used to not checking my phone. That's a complex sentence. Let's break it down. Get used to suggests it is a struggle, a process. Not checking is the ing verb in the negative.
Let's try a simpler one. Imagine you switch from a PC to a Mac. The keyboard is different. The shortcuts are different. You keep pressing the wrong buttons. You can say, it is taking me a long time to get used to this keyboard.
It is taking me a long time to get used to this keyboard. Try saying that out loud. It's a very natural sentence.
We often use get used to with can or can't to talk about adaptability. I can't get used to this new update. This means you have tried, but the process is failing. It stays strange.
I can't get used to this new update. Or, hopefully, you will get used to it soon. That is a very common phrase of encouragement. If someone is struggling, you say, don't worry, you will get used to it.
Let's do a little drill with get used to. I want you to imagine you are moving to a country where they drive on the other side of the road. That's scary, right?
Terrifying.
So, you are in the car. You are holding the steering wheel tightly. You say, I am getting used to driving on the left.
Repeat that. I am getting used to driving on the left. Notice the ing. Driving.
Let's try another one related to our digital theme. I am getting used to turning my phone off at night.
I am getting used to turning my phone off at night. It implies it is a new habit and you are still in the learning phase.
So, Sarah, we have these 3 powerful tools now. We have the past habit, I used to go, the present familiarity, I am used to going, and the process of change, I am getting used to going.
I think the best way to really lock this into our memory is to weave them together into a story. We learn best when we see grammar in context, not just in isolated sentences. So we are going to do a life story simulation.
I like this idea. We are going to create a short narrative about someone named Alex. Alex is going through a digital detox. We will use all 3 phrases to describe his journey. I will read a section of the story, and then we will stop and analyze which grammar point we used and why.
This is a great chance for you to practice listening comprehension, and then we will shadow the sentences together. Listen closely to part 1 of Alex's story.
Alex used to spend 5 hours a day on social media. He used to scroll through his feed until 2 a.m. every night. He felt tired and anxious all the time.
Okay, stop there. Which pattern did we hear? We heard used to spend and used to scroll. Why? Because this is the old Alex. This is the past behavior. He doesn't do it anymore.
Let's practice saying those sentences. Alex used to spend 5 hours a day on social media.
Repeat it. Alex used to spend 5 hours a day on social media.
He used to scroll until 2 a.m.
He used to scroll until 2 a.m. Okay, let's see what happens next in the story. Alex decides to change.
Alex decided to delete the apps. The first week was terrible. It was so quiet. He couldn't get used to the silence. He kept reaching for his phone, but it wasn't there. He was slowly getting used to being bored.
This is the transition phase. We heard he couldn't get used to the silence. Silence is a noun. He couldn't make it feel normal. And then, he was slowly getting used to being bored. Being is the verb with ing.
Let's shadow that intense middle part. He couldn't get used to the silence.
He couldn't get used to the silence.
He was getting used to being bored.
He was getting used to being bored. That is a profound sentence, actually. In the digital age, being bored is a skill we have lost. We have to get used to it again.
Now, let's look at the happy ending, part 3.
Now, 6 months later, Alex is a different person. He is used to leaving his phone in the kitchen at night. He is used to reading books before bed. The silence doesn't bother him anymore. He is used to it.
And there we have the final state. He is used to leaving. He is used to reading. He is used to it. It is normal now. It is easy.
Let's shadow one of those final victory sentences. He is used to reading books before bed.
He is used to reading books before bed.
By putting it into a story like that, you can see the logical flow. Past, used to. Struggle, get used to. Present, be used to.
I want to challenge you, the listener, to do exactly what we just did. Think about your own life. It doesn't have to be about technology. It could be about diet, exercise, learning English, or a new job. Can you construct 3 sentences?
Sentence 1. What did you do in the past that you don't do now? I used to.
Sentence 2. What was hard to adapt to? I couldn't get used to.
Sentence 3. What is normal for you now? I am used to.
If you can do that, you have mastered this topic. It is not just about memorizing rules. It is about telling your story accurately.
Let's take a moment to do a rapid-fire quiz. I am going to say a situation, and Mark is going to give us the correct sentence structure. You can try to guess it before Mark speaks. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Situation 1. You lived in London for 5 years. You moved away last year. You want to talk about living in London in the past.
Okay, past habit, finished state. I would say, I used to live in London.
Correct. Situation 2. You are currently living in London. The rain was annoying at first, but now, after 5 years, it doesn't bother you.
It is familiar now, so I am used to the rain, or I am used to living in London.
Situation 3. You just moved to London yesterday. You are driving on the left side of the road, and it is extremely weird and difficult.
I am in the process. I am trying to get used to driving on the left.
Perfect. Situation 4. You want to ask someone about their childhood habits, specifically about playing video games.
Question form for the past. We didn't explicitly cover this, but it follows the did rule. Did you used to play video games? Note, no D on use. Did you used to play?
Excellent point. The question form usually drops the D sound completely. Did you used to? It flows together. Did you used to?
Situation 5. You want to tell someone that you will never feel comfortable eating spicy food. It is impossible for you to find it normal.
I will never get used to spicy food. Or I can't get used to spicy food.
I think we have covered almost every angle of these 3 phrases. It is amazing how much depth there is in just 3 little words.
It really is. And this connects back to what we said at the start. Learning English step by step is about depth, not speed. If you rush through these rules, you will confuse them. But if you sit with them, listen to them, and repeat them like we did today, they become part of your natural voice.
And speaking of natural voice, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Even native speakers stumble sometimes. But the difference is, now you know the logic. If you catch yourself saying, I am used to wake up, you can pause, smile, and correct it to, I am used to waking up. That self-correction is how you learn.
We have spent about an hour together today, focusing on just these patterns. Think about how much input your brain has received. You have heard the correct versions hundreds of times in this episode. That is how you build fluency.
Before we wrap up, I have a small homework assignment for you. It is a mental assignment. The next time you pick up your phone to scroll through social media or check your messages, I want you to pause just for 1 second. And I want you to say to yourself, I am used to checking my phone.
And then maybe ask yourself, do I want to break this habit? If you do, you can say, I am going to get used to putting it down. It's a way to bring your English practice into your real-world habits.
And if you do manage to change your habit, one day you'll be able to say, I used to check my phone too much. That is the goal.
If you enjoyed this calm, focused way of learning, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We have many more step-by-step deep dives coming up. We want to be your companion on this long journey to fluency.
And if you want to test yourself right now, go to the comments section. We want to see your life story in 3 sentences. Tell us about a habit you changed. Use used to, get used to, and be used to. We love reading your examples because they are real, they are personal.
Thank you so much for listening today. You have done some great work. Your English is getting better step by step.
See you in the next episode.
Bye for now.